Oh, good. That's it. It's working. It is working. Yes. Right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all well. Thanks for tuning in to this live broadcast that we're doing. So my name is Dale. It's on the screen. I run the Sack the Boss team. Sack the Boss is a team of motivated utility warehouse partners, UW partners, and we all specialize in making money in our spare time working from home by just having a mobile phone. UW is one of the UK's largest companies. They're based down in London. They've been listed in the London Stock Exchange for nearly 20 years, and they specialise in helping you, the general public, make really significant money working remotely from home. So as long as you've got a mobile phone and you've got a bit of a desire to make some money, stay tuned. I'm going to be speaking to a few of our team who we've invited onto the call tonight, because I know that sometimes folk, when they hear about working with us, they think it sounds too good to be true. Like, you can't make that kind of money sitting on your sofa, in your jammies, on your mobile phone. So we're going to have a chat with some of the people in the call who have joined our business. They've all got careers and jobs at the moment. You can see what their backgrounds are. We're going to hear from them. They'll tell you a bit about it. And if you know anyone that wants to make money, then you need to share this content with them. So I've got my notes because I can be quite forgetful. Right. So if you're watching this on live, and I can see we've already got a good few folk watching live, here's what I'd like you to do. If you know somebody who's looking for work, or you know somebody that wants to make more money than they're currently doing, you can either tag their name in the comments, or you'll be able to share this, and you can actually share this on your feed, or you can share this through Messenger. Basically, you need to get this video under their nose, because we're going to show some crazy stories about folk who are able to make as much as £400 for approximately an hour's work, and all you need is a mobile phone, as I say. If you've got questions as we're doing this broadcast, feel free to put your questions in the comments. What I will do after we've done this live is I'll be going through all the questions and making sure that everyone gets the answer that they need. So feel free to give us a hi, ask questions, keep it clean, folks. Don't want any naughty words in the questions. If you're already in the team, because the team, there's 47,000 people who work with our company UK-wide. So if you're already part of our business, give us a hi. Let us know whereabouts in the UK you're from. Because, it's always nice to know that we've got some of the team tuning in. So firstly, I'd like to just say thank you to Lynn, Kathleen, Scott, Amanda, Tara and Evan, who have all taken a half hour out of their evening to listen to me talk mince for about 30 minutes about making money. And that's really kind of you all to do that, because I wouldn't be able to run these Facebook Lives without the help of some of the team. So first of all, thank you very much, everyone, for doing that. So this call is all about making money. The UK is obviously, we saw the budget today. People are getting people are getting universal credit cuts. They are getting tax increases. The pay seems to be going up on paper, but the reality is people's cost of living is going up. So as a society, if we don't diversify and start looking at other ways of making money, then things start getting quite tough. And in the newspaper at the weekend, I think it was in the Daily Mirror, the Sun, the Independent, the Daily Express, there was a news story saying that 1 in 4 people in the UK now make money doing something else over above their job. 1 in 4. Now that's, I would say, an endorsement to what we do. We have always, as a company, specialised in helping you make money round about your job. I was a car salesman for 20 odd years, and I joined this business 10 years ago, even when I was a well-paid car salesman, because I was a bit greedy and I didn't want 1 paycheck every month. I wanted 2, because you can do a lot more with 2 paychecks than you can with 1, especially when you've got 2 teenagers that bleed you dry. Sorry if you watch this on Facebook. Right, so let's go first to We'll go first to Scott, if that's all right. Scott Zoopla man. Tell me what that means.
Zoopla man is, I've worked for Zoopla, the property portal, for, going on over 9 years now. I am regional sales manager, right. But I'm also single parent to 4 kids. And I'm one of the newbies. Kind of joined as a customer at the back end of August, and by the beginning of September, I had become a partner.
Right. So you've got a well-paid job, busy life, 4 weddings. So why on earth did you join this?
Well, do you know something? On day one, I asked myself that question, to be brutally honest. But the reason why I was actually, as a single parent, you kind of do look for other revenue streams because everything's on you. You know, I've got the kids half the time. All the bills that come out of this house are all down to me. And as I suppose you go through into singleton life, you lose a bit of money. Probably some people on the call know reasons why you might lose some money. And I was out to see a new client for Zoopla, in the name of Jane, and she'd opened up a letting agency and had a chat doing the normal thing. And right at that moment in time, I wasn't really looking for anything else, albeit it was in my head that I could be doing with some extra cash coming into the house. And as one thing led to the next, we started to have a wee bit of singleton parent chat and how household bills impact the bottom line, and being able to afford things and be able to pay kids through university or college or just everyday life when they're asking for money. And one thing led to the next, and Jane talked me through my bills, showed me how she could save me 52 quid a month, which she did, and then said, Scott, you could do this. And it was kind of, right, okay. And I'm starting to think. And then she invited me along to a session, Dale, which you did down at next to the BBC studios. I always forget the name of that hotel.
The Village Hotel.
The Village Hotel. But unfortunately to me is that 8 years ago, there was a guy called Jack McGugan that Dale, I'm sure you know well, and maybe some others on the call do.
Yep.
Jack was a Zoopla customer of mine. And Jack, years ago, actually tried to get me to join UW. But at that moment in time, kids very young, going through divorce, etc., and separation, that there was just no way that I had the opportunity. And the first person that I met that night was Jack McGugan. And since we're all civilized people, I won't say the expletives that came out of his mouth of why I came along. And it was Jane that invited me, and the rest is history. I've never looked back, and I'm working this around my life when I don't have the kids. And it's just speaking to people. That's all it is. This isn't sales. And I've got to learn that when I meet a couple of the guys there that they're not sales backgrounds. I might be to a point, but this isn't a sales job. And you don't need to be in sales to do this and be a success.
So, just over a month or so in, how have you done so far? Like, I don't need an exact pounds and pence amount, but it's £10 to become a partner of this company. You pay £10 to head office in London, and that gets you your license to be able to talk about energy and broadband. So from your £10 investment, have you lost money with us, or are you up?
No, I'm definitely up. In fact,
how much?
So I think from September now, I only really started to do this in the back end of September. But between then and now, I am the customer number 11. So from that point across the board, I'm probably 1,732 quid was my first paycheck. And then obviously October is not finished, so it's not over yet. And I certainly aim to top that this month. And the funny thing is obviously this has landed in my plate, very fortunately, very luckily. But Jane said to me that if she knew how the market, particularly the energy market, was going to turn. It should be seeking to seek half of my commission for a good bit longer, which I could understand. But hey, we're lucky and there's not a better time to join them now.
Aye. Listen, that's great. I'm really pleased that it's you found it a benefit. You know, there's an energy crisis. For those of you that are watching that don't know, UW have got the cheapest variable rate tariff in the UK. It's one of the only providers priced underneath the Ofgem price cap. So we can put folk on the cheapest energy tariff in the UK. So if you know anyone in the call, reach out to them directly and they'll sort you out with that. We've got the cheapest fixed price energy tariff in the market. We've had some, big people on social media mention us. We've been in newspapers, blah, blah, blah. So that's why it's a great time for us. We're able to help every single person. So Scott, that's some of it. So 1,700 quid in your first month. There's people work a full month in a normal job, probably Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, to bring in something like that. How many hours would you say you did in the month with us around your job?
I was hoping for that question, because there's a wee bit of an example that I set myself, and it's actually really, really worked. I've probably spent about 45 minutes to an hour. Sometimes, hey, you have conversations like last Friday with a neighbour round the corner, and they offered me a beer last Friday night, and we sat down, we chewed the fat, and we did what we did, and signed them up. Now, this time, in fact, no, sorry, it wouldn't be this time last week, but last Tuesday, I spent 10 minutes and I put a wee post together on the Facebook page for the estate that I live in. It literally took me no longer than that. And I posted it, and it was quite slow that night. I think there was one like, and that was it. By the following day, I had 17 direct messages. Now, as you can probably appreciate, I'm a busy life, looking after my kids. I look after my parents sometimes too, it feels. But so there's no way I could have done 17 appointments this week. So I'll space them out. Yeah. But that was 17 appointments from one Facebook post that took me 10 minutes to put together. And to be honest, for anybody that's thinking about it, even one little iota of thought, thinking this might work, you've got nothing to lose. You've got a tenner. You've got 30 days you could claim that back if you decided against it, or give it a shot. Because the reality here is look at your phone, look at your Facebook. How many friends have you got? How many contacts have you got? That's all I've used. I've not used anything more than that. I'm going to shut because Logan's about to bark, so...
Oh God, right, okay. Well, if he keeps barking, you can mute yourself. But listen, Scott, thanks for sharing that, because it's great to hear stories from new partners. I've been doing this a long time, but it's great to hear fresh people join and get success. 1,700 quid in month one from, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20 hours. Folk, as I say, are doing 160 hours a month for that kind of dough, and you've done it a fraction of that. So well done, mate. Next, can we jump to Amanda? Is that all right?
Yeah, that's
Amanda.
Great.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. I'm good. So there's a wee bit of a lag between the video, but so that's okay. We can make it out. So your background is education.
Yep.
Yep. And when did you join?
On the 25th of September.
Right. So what's that? So you're literally just with us just over a month. So how has it been? First of all, why did you join? Because you're obviously, you've got a good job. Have you got family?
So there's just me, my wee boy. I don't really have a lot of family, no. But the reason I joined was I work part-time in order for the childcare costs and stuff like that, to put my wee one into full-time education. Where I'm at work would just be silly. I would be working to pay his nursery fees. So I work part-time, claw back money for his nursery fees that I pay now. The way that Jane had sold it to me was really well, and I thought, well, that's maybe something I could do and have a wee bit of extra pocket money that for his nursery fees and allow me to keep my own wage just for day-to-day living and taking them nice places.
And in how's your first month been with us? You paid your £10 to head office down in London, and that got you your license to get the app on your mobile phone, so that you can do appointments with people just by screen sharing on mobile. So you paid your £10. Are you down or are you up?
Well, I've actually not been paid yet from UW, so I couldn't really comment on that.
Well, you'll know how. Sorry, let me reword that then. Have you signed 0 customers, or have you signed any customers? Can you hear me? Hello, or Amanda, can you hear us? It's a live show, folks. Technology's let us down yet again. Oh dear. Right, so I guess Amanda, or you're back. Can you hear us?
You're on mute.
Right, she's on mute. Right, no, she's unmuted and she's muted again.
No, can you hear me now?
Hey, we can hear you now, Amanda, yeah. Right, so let me reword the question. So because you've only just joined, you've obviously not, because you've missed the commission run for this month, so your first paycheck's going to be end of next month, just because of your start date. You've obviously started after Scott. So have you generated any money? It might not have been paid to you, but you'll obviously have commission due. Have you managed to generate anything?
I don't know.
Well, have you signed any customers?
Oh yeah, I have signed customers. Sorry.
Okay, so we get paid for doing that, Amanda. I don't know if you know that. So we get paid when we sign up a customer. So it's an average of kind of maybe £200, £250. So for me, how many customers have you gathered? 6. Right. So let's just say you can get as much as 400. Let's just be pessimistic. Yeah. Let's say it's £200. If you've done 6, you've earned over £1,000. So you've got a decent paycheck coming next month. Christmas will be better for you investing that tenner and joining us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Good. Excellent. Right. Okay. So look, what I'll do, Amanda, I'm going to move on because there is a wee bit of a lag. So, but it's great to have you on board. Really good on you getting 6 customers in your first month. Because we actually, a lot of folk don't do is that many in their first month. They only maybe do 1 or 2 because they're really just learning. So to have achieved 6 already is fantastic. So really well done. And that's probably also qualified you for, you might have actually qualified for one of our Christmas incentives. Don't know if you're aware of that.
I'm 1 point away.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we need to get you that point, and that'll get you a luxury Christmas dinner delivered to your door, courtesy of UW. So let's make sure we get you that. But anyway, Amanda, thank you so much for jumping on. I'll go over to Tara.
Hi.
Hey, good. No lag, no nothing. Tara. Yours is a great story, and that's why I wanted you on. And is it okay if we just tell the truth?
Yeah, totally.
Tara joined this business. She was introduced to us via, was it Jackie?
Jackie Allen, yeah.
So introduced to Jackie Allen. Jackie was British Airways cabin crew, I think.
Yeah.
And you are one of those trolley dollies as well, is that right?
Yeah, I was. Yes.
So you joined. I'll ask you why in a minute, but you joined. You got some instant success, and then you kind of lost your way. Just maybe lost your mojo, took your eye off the ball. Because life gets in the way. There's no sales targets in doing this. You can do as much as little as you please. So it's entirely up to every partner how much they want to do. And I think there was a 6-month period where we didn't really get much from you. And as I say, that's entirely up to you because you're your own boss. I'm not the boss. We're all here to help. But then the energy crisis hit, and Utility Warehouse introduced a new offer to the UK public, which was basically saying that we would beat any deal in the market. And for the last 2 months, so for 6 months you did nothing, and then in the last 2 months, how many have you done?
I think in the last 2 months I've done something like 13, 14. I'm up to 22 now, and I think I got 6 or 7 back in my first few months. So yeah, it's just gone mad. It's been a brilliant month. I think I did 10 last month.
And so why did you join? Why did you get involved?
As I say, it was, as you said, it was through Jackie, and it was on one of the crew website things. She put a post on there, and I knew that redundancy was possibly coming. And I also, because of the pandemic, I had to shield, so I couldn't go and work in a supermarket, and I, to be honest, I didn't really want to, and so I joined because of that. So I think I joined in the October last year, so it's been a year, or November last year, so it's been a year, and I wanted the opportunity to try a different income, or to get an extra income. I've got a part-time job, admin job, that I do from home anyway, so but it's not enough to pay the bills, and I just figured I'd give it a go. I mean, I was trying everything. I think I said to you previously, you know, I was selling other bits and pieces, and I was doing Avon, and I was doing all of this, and I thought, well, this makes so much more sense, because it's not selling, because I'm terrible at selling. I can't sell anything. But everyone uses energy. Everyone uses the broadband. So I figured it's a way of helping people, which I can do that. I can help people. I come from sort of, you know, working as cabin crew. It's all very huggy, carey, you know, be nice to people. I can do that side of things. Selling couldn't do. But this isn't selling. It's just helping people save money. So it appealed. And if I can make money from it as well. And I think because I joined at Christmas, it was the incentive. So they were offering like a free Christmas dinner, which I got, which was just amazing. This like 5 kg turkey and a gammon and roast potatoes. And it was like, oh my God, it was worth a fortune. And they gave me this. Then they sent me a box of chocolates just for signing up my first few customers. And I was just like, this is too good to be true. So I kind of was annoyed with myself when I did go off the boil at the beginning of the year and didn't follow it up. But it was that where you run out of your friends and family, your sort of like your warm list, your people that are prepared to sort of, you know, listen to you and not sort of say no. And I ran out of those, and it got a little bit harder. And so it pushed me out of my comfort zone. So that's, I think, why. And life, like you say, Dale, life got in the way. Things happened. My dad was unwell, and it was just all, I just left it for a good few months. And every month I'd watch all these videos, and I'd see you all on here, and I'd be like, I need to start again. I'll do it next month. And then one day I just thought, no, do it now. And it's working really well.
When I write saying you, obviously our company, we're right into personal development. We're about, we know if we educate and train the network better, they're more productive. Was there a book that you read that you felt helped you out?
Yes. So, and I went onto the partner portal, and there's so much training and stuff on there. And there was a training course that I went on, and they recommended a few books. And one of them was the Consistency Chain, and it talked about doing something. Basically, it talked about, 80% of people, or 20% of people do 80% of the work. And then it talks about building up habits, and it talked about just doing something every day, and not saying I'm going to plan to do this for the next 3 months, but just saying for 3 days, I'm going to do this every day, whether it be go to the gym, whether it be, for me, it was, I'm going to log onto the website, I'm going to send a message, I'm going to call someone. And I've done that since I read this book. And it doesn't take much, because literally I do it first thing in the morning, and then I haven't got to do any more for the rest of the day. But invariably it makes you feel so sort of positive that you do more. Some days I've done 10 minutes, some days I've done 2 or 3 hours, but on average I probably do about 3 to 5 hours a week on my UW stuff. And I've earned more money in the last 2 months than I've earned in the last 6 months for my full-time part-time job, which is crazy. And I'm going to get a turkey, and I'm 2 points away from a Fortnum and Mason hamper.
Yeah, it's such a great Christmas incentive, isn't it? I've got a stack of these Fortnum and Mason hampers.
Oh, it's madness.
Yeah.
They keep throwing things at us. It's just, it's so nice.
And so last 2 months, that'll be a decent pay. That'll be some right good money hitting you for Christmas then, eh?
It's going to be unbelievable. I'm in shock because of the timings of when the customers signed up and go live and stuff. I'll get it next month, and it's a four-figure salary, which I'm just like, oh my God. Even my employer, my boss, who I work part-time for, has his own business and I work for him. He's fabulous. And I was talking to him about this and he's like, nah, it sounds too good to be true. And I told him to come on tonight. He might be there. Hi, Mark, if you are. I told him the sort of money and he was like, oh my God, he's actually interested in becoming a business partner.
Well, there's the thing about UW is it's for everyone. It's a one. It fits any person. Whether you're whether you're 20 odd years old and you're just looking for a bit of money to fund your studies, or whether you're already on 100 grand a year, but you're so overworked that you want to build some royalty income up that allows you to get out of your job. This is a position that fits anyone. There's professional footballers do this. There's lawyers, there's doctors, solicitors, loads of police officers, loads of teachers. There's loads of folk from really good jobs that do this work, and now there's lots of cabin crew do it as well. So, it's good. It's good to have you back with us, Tara. You're doing fantastic, and
I'm enjoying it.
Good, because you've got to enjoy whatever you do. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, that's what's wrong with most jobs. Most people do the job for the money. They're not doing it because they like it anymore. Mm-hmm. And this kind of thing, we teach you, we train you. It's done online. You can do it face to face if you want. But yeah, it is quite fun because they keep on spoiling us, as I say. So listen, Tara, thank you so much for jumping.
Thank you.
What I'm going to very quickly do, and for the folk who are watching, there's plenty of folk watching, that's great. So if you know somebody who wants to make money, please share this. Just press share on your Facebook link, give it a message, or share it on your feed, or tag their name in the comments. Here is what we show people that helps partners make money from doing this role.
I'll tell you why UW works for so many people. Instead of lots of bills from lots of suppliers, there's just one. How nice is that? It makes budgeting easier with one great value bundle. Gas, electricity, landline, broadband, mobile, insurance, everything is included.
Turn left at junction, then drive 1 kilometer
yes,
to
thank
your
you,
destination.
thank you. There are savings to be made on your UW card too. So it's easy to save hundreds of pounds a year just by shopping. Cash back every time you spend. How lovely is that? Once you've signed up, switching is easy thanks to their UK-based customer services team. Getting just one bill frees you up from all that boring stuff for more of what you enjoy doing. How fabulous is that?
Good wee bit of technology there, being able to throw a wee video into the live. I do like that. Right, okay, so Lynn.
Hi.
You're live in Channel 4. Please do not swear.
Big Brother House.
I was dying to do that. I'm only saying that because when I said to Jane McCluskey, who brought Lynn in, I said, "Oh, I've got Lynn coming on the live," and she went, "You better tell her not to swear."
And you never got the other part for Evan been below right enough.
What's that?
I think Evan maybe said the other bit to you about the Channel 4 thing.
Aye. So listen, Lynn, you're quite fresh in the business as well, aren't you? I think you joined maybe the last 6 weeks.
Yeah, just middle of September.
Right, okay. So I can see, so your background, you're a support worker. That's quite it's a very important, probably quite a stressful job.
It's stressful and the money's not so good. So,
right. So why did you get involved in this?
Beginning of September, I went through a marriage separation, and Jane, who got me as a partner, she got me a house to rent. So that obviously because of COVID and everything, the rent prices are through the roof. So it's like £1,000 a month for like a wee 3-bedroom, which I couldn't afford because I was only part-time, 24 hours. So I needed another income, but Jane got me the let, and then I needed gas, electricity and stuff. So I signed up because the price was good for the gas and electricity. And then I had expressed to her I had money problems, and she had said about trying this out because I could work it round about my kid. And I just gave it a wee bash, signed up, £10. I was nothing to lose, really. You can lose £10 having a drink. So,
yeah, do you know, somebody said that to me the other day. They went, so I can start my business for 10 quid. That's less than a bottle of vodka. I didn't want to say to them that you shouldn't be comparing things to the price of a bottle of vodka. But so, right, you got involved, you wanted to make some extra cash, and how's it been? Good,
well,
bad?
it's great. I've had a good, actually, consistent customers. I've had a lot of good family and friends who trust me, because it's weird. A lot of people think it's too good to be true. When you're explaining things to them, they think, oh, it's dodgy, it's going to, or there'll be one of the companies that will go to business, and then you start explaining it, but it's just letting people know that it's not like that, because there is a lot of companies out there, but this isn't one of them. So, and as you said, I'm not selling, and I wouldn't ever have my family and friends take anything that I wouldn't take myself either. So they've been good, and I've saved everybody. I mean, one customer, I think I got her down like £130 a month because she took everything.
Yeah, listen, and only because you're new, the reason some folk think that it sounds too good to be true is because as a company, we don't spend money on TV advertising, radio advertising, newspaper advertising. So, you're introducing a company that they've never heard of. So most folk just think, well, I've never heard of that. They can do all these services in one bill. It honestly doesn't compute. So that's why we need to show them the Joanna Lumley video, because if Joanna Lumley's fronting the company, then they know it's legit, it's respectable. And that's why they need to see all the Witch Awards that we show them in the slides that we've got, because once they realise that we've been 10 years awarded by Witch magazine, then they start to go, oh, right, so it's more just a case of nobody showed me this before. Yeah. And I think that's what you're probably finding out. And then the fact that we've got the cheapest tariffs, once you price them up, they're like, wow, that makes sense. So really good first month by the sounds of it. Money-wise, doing quite well.
Well, I was just aiming for like £500-600, but I think I'm into like 1,000 something. I don't know because I've not been paid, but yeah, I think I've had my pizza night out. I'm going the dinner. I'm definitely going for that hamper as well. I've heard so much about the jam in the hamper that I need to go for this champagne jam.
Yeah, they are amazing. I'd never heard of Piccalilli until I got a Thornton and Mason hamper and there was Piccalilli in it, and now I know that that's actually a real thing. So how do you think? So moving forward, how's things looking? Are you quite happy with the way things have been? Are you excited about how the future might pan out with all this?
Well, yeah. There's been a few of my friends that's expressed interest in coming on as partners as well, like to work round about their situations, because obviously single parents and ladies all sitting together trying to help each other out. They're seeing how well I'm doing with this, and it's not a lot of work, so it doesn't take up a lot of my time, and they're seeing the benefits. And plus, also I've expressed how much everybody's so nice, and everybody I meet, and it doesn't feel like work. You don't feel like you're pestering anybody if you phone up and ask for help. It's really good that way. Do you know what I mean? And I think a few partners will be coming on, so which will be good.
well, now more than ever, you know, for folk who are not with us and are watching, or maybe thinking, oh, I wonder if I could do this. You know, everyone's choice. We've all got choices in life. You know, we'll never get more money coming in unless we're open-minded to try something else. So if you're sitting here now and you're panicking about Christmas coming up and you're looking for some more money, if you've got a tenner in your pocket and a little bit of desire to have some more cash coming in, then reach out to Lynn if you know her. Send her a message on social media and she'll send you the Joanna Lumley video we've got. That's it. Yeah, that's what we're doing this for, to let people know they've got options. You know, if you know Kathleen, reach out to her and she'll send you the video. If you know Scott or Zoopla Man, reach out to him. He'll get you the info. If you know Amanda, if you know Tara, reach out. They'll give you the information, and then that way you can make an informed decision with the facts. And at the end of the day, if Wix Magazine are happy with what we do and we're listed in the London Stock Exchange, it's a real thing. It can only improve your lifestyle. So listen, Lynn, thank you so much for jumping on. I'll move over to Kathleen. Kathleen, you actually joined us by seeing stuff on social media, didn't you?
I did tell you. I seen an advert, I think it was, then it brought me to the Sack the Boss page. I then started watching just different actual lives like this. I think one of the ones was with Sarah and Evan at the time that I seen. God,
That's
that was
one of the early ones.
That was the start of January. I watched a few, and I think somebody else mentioned it on the call as well tonight, that I kept thinking this again seems a bit too good to be true. But then I thought, you know what, it's a tenner. You would spend that. I would actually spend that in a bottle of vodka, so that's true. I thought, stuff it. Let's give it a bash. I wanted it. What we talk about in this business a lot. I wanted the financial freedom. I didn't know that was an offer as such when I joined. I've had franchises and things like that in the past, but they don't offer the same flexibility. You're still tied down by rules. There is, in effect, somebody that's still your boss as well. So, but this is completely different. You pick and choose what you want to do, how much you want to do it, and the more you do, the better paid you get for it. It's as simple as that. And the personal development side of it has just been fantastic as well. I was talking to somebody on an appointment earlier, actually, and they'd mentioned about personal development, how there's nowhere out there that actually does what this company, what this industry actually does in terms of helping develop your mind and everything like that. So it's been fantastic.
There's a lot of people in our company actually say that this isn't a utility company. They do say that this is more of a personal development company, because they invest so much in their partners. They know that if they can, you know, because we're so pre-programmed when we leave school to just go and get a job and then just work for 40 years, getting told what to do, and then retire in a pension that's probably nowhere near what it was meant to be, and just accept that that's all we're worth. And then you join this company and they're like, well, by the way, yeah, you can do that plan if you want, but there's a whole pile of opportunity over here, and we're quite happy to train you and open your mind to being more entrepreneurial. And for me, that's what I loved about the company. That's why I left the motor trade. So it's great to hear that, Kathleen, because, you know, that's, you know, because we all need personal development. We live in quite a negative world when you're on social media. Everyone's, I had a girl text me the day on say social media, and all she put in the comments was pyramid scheme.
I think somebody mentioned that as well. It's because people don't know it. And we're not selling anyone anything, and that's all I ever say. Because friends and family, that is the realistic side of it. There will be friends, there'll be family that will say no, but you know something? That's cool. That's okay. If you're on this call tonight and you've been fortunate enough that everybody has says yes, then I hate to break it to you, but there will be somebody that will say no. You know what? That's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. That's fine. All we do, and everybody said it tonight, is show people how much we can help them save, how much we can help them earn. And if they like that, that's great. If they don't, do you know what? It's not about beating them with a stick or shouting at them or getting frustrated or getting angry. It's just moving on to the next person and showing them the same process.
Totally. And
as soon as you become resilient to that, that's when it starts to take off. That's what Tara was talking about with that consistency thing. Everybody else has mentioned little snippets there. If you're brand new, you'll get there with that as well. It's amazing.
So, as I say, for folk watching, if you've got questions for us, we'll be going through all the questions at the end of the live. So, if you're curious, and you don't know anyone in the team, ask questions in the threads, or along the bottom, there's also the website, sacktheboss.co.uk. There's quite a lot of information on that page. There's more videos from the team. There's actually a video of the Prime Minister of the UK opening at our head office in London. So, you know, that's pretty credible, you know, because not to go into politics, let's not do that. Let's move away from politics. So, but listen, Kathleen, and you're now, you've had some promotions with us because you've been here a couple of months now.
Future team leader. I started at the end of January, and I've tried to work out just earnings and things like that. It's been just shy of $7,000 in that time.
7 Gs.
But there's been, I'll be honest, I decided, I think I mentioned it about a month or two ago, to really, I was consistent daily, but maybe not as consistent as what I wanted to be to get the promotions, to get ahead with the company, to get that, building that royalty income. So I've really zoned in that probably the last maybe 6 to 8 weeks. But there's been months of that, like Tara said herself, only doing maybe 4 or 5 hours a week. So when you actually equate that to the amount of hours that you've done, there is that you earn that. Like I would earn that in my full-time wage. Do you know what I mean? My full-time job. So yeah, it's pretty phenomenal. But there is, as I say, I know I'm painting a picture like it's great. I love it and I love helping folk. But there's bits of it where reality is that people say no. That's the bit that you just need to deal with. That's
yeah. Look, and people watch a Sky TV advert and they don't then just phone up and sign up to Sky, but Sky don't go and shut the doors. You know, they just
exactly. And it's like what we're saying, you can help people with that. With what's going on with the energy crisis now, that's the thing. There's people coming back to you that maybe wouldn't already have and maybe people that did say no because they weren't keen or weren't interested before. People's circumstances with how they want to earn changes as well, because they maybe start to see this is a real thing. You can really earn money for this, and that's what opens people's ears and eyes to it as well. So.
No, good. Well, listen, you're doing fantastic. You're developing into a really important leader in the team. Your team's growing. You're setting an excellent example, because I know personal development is important to you. And for any leader, if they're not doing personal development, then it's very hard to impart that to their team. So really well done, Kathleen. You've been a fantastic find for us, and it's great to have you. Now, last but by no means least, have we lost him, or is he still there? He is. We kind of just call him the top dog now. Evan is now I don't know how Evan does it, to be honest, because he is a full-time worker, very important role, family man, busy, but he's done I'll let him say. Evan.
So I've joined the business about 11 months ago after a period of time where I was like everybody else. It probably took me 8 months from when I inquired about the position or information about the position to when I actually joined. So a lot of people who know me, obviously through UW, Sack the Boss, will actually know that. But it took me 8 months to actually decide, right, give it a go. You've got nothing to lose. So, and that's the same for anybody. If you're watching and you've thought, or you've seen videos, you've seen posts from anybody, and you know them, just message them and give it a go, because you've got nothing to lose, and it's the best thing I've done since joining. I'll tell you what I've achieved, and things not to boast, but just to show you what MD can do if you're just committed to the cause, and just by doing a few extra hours, this is what you can actually get. So when I joined, I've qualified for Budapest, so weekend break, all expenses paid to Budapest. At the moment, I've currently qualified for Centre Parks, so I've already got that in the bag, but I'm currently on track for the Mediterranean. All expenses paid for the family for a week. So fingers crossed I get that over the line, but it's looking good at the moment. I get invited down to the Celtic Manor just the other month there. Well, not going into too much detail about it, but invited me down there. All expenses paid bar the night before. Top venue, obviously, in the UK. So spent a lot of money on us, and obviously the development side, which was good. I've qualified like the other guys in the call. Christmas hamper. I've got the Fortnum Mason hamper. I'm on track for the UW Mini as well. So another kind of maybe 15 households. I've got the numbers. I just need to get the Rizza job a bit higher. So it gives me that choice to actually decide. So that's another little personal goal. I've achieved all that in 11 months in the business. So there's no reason why MD else listening can't do that. Money side of it, I've achieved just under £15,000, and I'm including November's pay, but probably £15,000 just from doing a few hours extra a week, by helping people that you know and introducing people to help earn a better income. So MD's got the opportunity. It doesn't matter what experience you've got. I mean, I've never done energy, broadband, any of the services before. I'm a firefighting instructor for them in Marines. So literally it's nothing to do with that, but I've plugged into development, I've plugged into training, and I've been committed and I've bought into the cause, which if people do that, then that's a success you'll have. And you've got to obviously just stick at it. People's going to tell you no, people's going to tell you they'll come back later, and that's fine to do so. As Kathleen said, it's not about everybody you speak to is going to be yes. It doesn't work like that. It would be good if it was, but that's not what happens. And anything good in life doesn't just happen. You've got to put a bit of work in. So if you're committed, you want to do a wee bit of work on the side of what you do. That's the benefits, really, in a nutshell, that I've achieved. Yeah.
Well, you're good for a tap by the sounds of it.
Well, I'm getting a new kitchen, and next year I'm getting my garage converted into an office because I'm going to step up a little bit again, make an office, get more private space, and then obviously take it from there as well. So I'm buying into it because I know what the long-term benefits are going to be for me. Because like most people, we don't want to work till we're in our mid-60s. So in the next 15, 20 years tops, I'm planning down in tools and enjoying the rest of my life. But just being flexible, having the time with the wee one as well, just taking her to school, going on the holidays that I want, and I don't need to worry about putting holidays in at work and covering holidays and all different things that go with it. So gives you serious choices, which is the main aim at the end of the day.
So yeah, wow, bloody hell. That's,
I had to write it down, so I thought I'm going to start a wee list just to keep, just so it's like bullet points, because sometimes you forget the good things, but that's not on top of obviously the monthly incentives that everybody gets as well. But that's the kind of key incentives that I thought it's worth mentioning.
Yeah, no, listen, I think I better pull my socks up. Bloody hell, you've done amazing. You've done better than I did in my first 18 months. So, if you were to look at that pro rata, you're way ahead of me. And some folk think I'm half decent at this. So, you're obviously going to end up. Please don't overtake me, Evan. So we've got a quick question from Nick Marsh on Facebook, and he's just saying, look, some of you talked about becoming team leaders. How long did it take to get to that level? Do you have to invest your own money to become a team leader? Evan, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, well, I joined the business like everybody. You start off at a distributor. I got to QD within a couple of days, then future team leader, I think it was about 7 weeks, and then I got team leader within 12 weeks, which is a really good achievement. So it's not the case everybody will achieve it that quick. So don't think if you join if you're committed, you put the hours in and you get a lot of appointments and you get the right customers, then that's what can happen. But I think essentially you could be anywhere, maybe even up to 18 months, depending how you'll get out of what you put in it. So the more you put in it, the quicker you'll achieve it. But if you just fit it in the nooks and crannies, you could 12 months time. There's no, the thing is, there's no rush to get it. And everybody does their own work in their own race. It's not a case of competitions or anything.
He's asking, do you have to invest your own money to become team leader?
No. Well, if you were having to invest money in terms of trying to sell it, the opportunity to people and stuff, then that becomes that pyramid scheme that is illegal, which is totally different. Whereas we pay a £10 joining fee, which covers your liability insurance. It gives you your email address, your 4 different websites, all your admin work, and it basically gives you all the tools you need to use. So it's a one-off payment of £10, which is fully refundable should you do your training and decide it's not for you. But £10 one-off payment, and that's you. And then you can start earning. Like I said, if I never joined, I would never have obviously that extra money there. Yeah, touching £15,000 to do so. So, like a £10 invest into something that pays on average for me £250 a customer at the moment. So,
yeah. And you actually, just to finish off on that answer for Nick, we get a £300 bonus when we hit team leader. So they actually pay us. Every time you hit a promotion, you get a payment, like a bonus payment. So it was £200 when you're future team leader, £300 when you're team leader, is it £500 when you're senior team leader, £2,000 when you hit group leader, £5,000 when you hit senior group leader. So there's promotional bonuses. So no, you don't invest your own money. But listen, thank you so much for the question, Nick. I think that's us. Scott is actually, I think he's jumped in his motor. He's probably away to pick the kids up or something.
My son's the driver.
All right, no, that's fine.
So I'm multitasking.
So just in closing off, what I'm going to do really quick, for those that are watching, here's a quick screenshot of our actual pay plan. I'm just going to share it. Share screen. Chrome tab. Boom. Share. So that I've put on screen is what we actually, that's a copy of our pay plan. So this is what all UW partners get access to. So basically, our job is to show people the short video, which is Joanna Lumley. She explains UW as a company. Then it's up to the person to decide what they want to take. What services do they want to save money on? The more services they take, the more we get paid. It's not sales because they're already paying this stuff. So it's just a case of what services do they want to save on. Now, most customers that join us for at least 3 services. That's why we can have an average of £250. But it can be as much as £400 if they were to take all the services that we offer. And if you've done more than 4 customers in the month, you're on a £400 a customer payment. So it can be really lucrative as long as you do what Evan says. And, you know, you don't be a secret agent, you know, because we do have the odd person that joins, pays their tenner, and then, you know, they go into the witness protection program. And that's why we coach and train you. So listen, I think that's us. I think we've covered everything. I was going to go into some slides, but we've been on the call a lot longer than I thought, so I don't want this to run on. Look, if you've been watching and you're curious about how you can make money, see, as long as you've got a tenner in your pocket and you've got a desire to have more money coming in, all you need to have is a mobile phone. As long as you've got a mobile phone, we've got our systems mean that you can share the information to other people direct to their mobile. With the technology we've got, you can do appointments just by phoning somebody, talking to them on a voice call, screen connecting on their mobile, show them the information, and then you just take the volunteers. If they like it, great, you sign them up, you get paid. If you show them the information, they don't like it, fine. You just diary them for 6 months because they'll join anyway. We're top in every comparison website is the cheapest. We've got all the Which Awards for broadband. We've got unlimited SIM cards for 18 quid. They're like unlimited data, minutes and texts on the EE network. So we've got all the stuff the UK public wants. So if you know somebody wants to earn money, get this video in front of them, tag their name in the comments, or if you know anyone that's been on the call tonight, reach out to them directly and they can send the wee Joanna Lumley video over to you. Thank you. I wrote down here, so I have to thank my guests. I've done that, didn't I? And yeah, basically that's it. Listen, thanks a lot for tuning in. We were going to do some more of these, a bit more regular, because there's lots more people we could have brought onto the call because we've had some amazing team success. I think hopefully the month finishes on Sunday. We're probably going to finish as a team on our second best month since we started as a team. And I think we've been going as the Sack the Boss team now since 2018 when I left Audi. So we're about to have our second best month ever in 3 years. That's the kind of growth we're going through at the moment. We've got an energy crisis where everyone needs to reduce their bills because everyone's getting their bills shooting up and the economy's in tatters. So if you want to get your bills down or get your more money coming in, reach out to the people on the call. If you don't know anyone, go to the website, sacktheboss.co.uk. You can either put my name in the comments and I'll get in touch with you. Or if there's somebody on the call that you feel inspired you and you'd like to talk to them, just put their name in the comments. But you'll need to give me so if it was Lynn, put in Lynn's support worker. Because if you just put Lynn in, you know, there's like hundreds of people in the team. I'll have no idea what Lynn is. But if it's Lynn support worker, then I'll know to pass you directly to her and she'll get in touch with you. Team, thanks so much for jumping on this call. The guests tuning in, thank you so much. For the people who've been giving comments, thank you. I'll let you all go. I was going to say I'll go for a beer, but I'm actually off the booze midweek, so I'm away to top up my cup of tea. Oh, it's good. Right, listen, thanks a lot, everyone. If you have enjoyed the stuff, give us a like, give us a hi, let us know where you've been. Other than that, have a lovely evening, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy.
Thanks, Del.
Cheers.
Bye.